Is there any logic behind celebrating Chhath Puja? Why do we fast during Chhath Puja? Why do we have to worship the sun? And what is the story behind celebrating Chhath Puja? If you have all these questions in your mind, sit back, relax, and watch this whole video to understand the basic reasoning and the story behind this popular festival celebrated in the north of India and also Nepal. Here comes the very first question. Why do we worship the sun during Chhath Puja? As we all know, Chhath Puja is observed to worship the sun and thank him and seek his blessing for the overall prosperity of our family. Our ancestors knew the importance of the sun, the celestial body that is almost at a distance of 150 million kilometers from us. Everything on our planet is here just because of the sun. Even before the Western science discovered photosynthesis, our ancestors had figured out that the sun is the most important source of life, without which our Earth would have been a lifeless cold planet. They knew that all the energy on this planet is from the solar energy of the sun. Let's not go into the super complicated solar power cells. Let's look at the basics and understand it. Plant gets energy from the sun, and then all the living organisms eat these plants and they get energy to survive from these plants. So indirectly they are consuming the energy of the sun that was converted by the plants. See how simple it is. Yet we fail to figure out the basics of our ancestral teachings because we feel that our ancestors had no idea about science. But our ancestors knew science was simple and easy to understand. This is the reason why we worship the sun, and this is a way to thank him for keeping us alive. Now, let's segue to the next question. Why do we have to dip ourselves in the water bodies and expose ourselves to the rising and setting sun? Here's a very simple answer to this complicated question. People stand in water while worshipping the rising sun as it regenerates their nervous system, giving them good health and a calm mind. Exposing ourselves to the early morning sun's direct rays also help increase the solar bioelectricity within our body. Apart from this, there are various other reasons why it is important for our body to receive these early morning rays. And once again, our ancestors knew it. But sadly, now we are not passing on this ancient knowledge. So let's do one thing. Let's take a look at the 7 scientific health benefits of exposing our body to the morning sun. It reduces stress, helps us maintain strong bones, improves our sleeping pattern, helps keep our weight off, helps us fight depression, improves our sleep quality, and gives us a longer life. So see how simple it is. They knew that the above 7 things were really important to lead a happy, healthy life. So they just came up with a simple solution to that. That is, take more vitamin D into our body. Now, let's take a look at the next question. Why do we fast during Chhath Puja? Chhath means 6, and this is why Chhath Puja is celebrated 6 days after Diwali on the month of Kartik, mainly by the people who hail from Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, some eastern parts of Uttar Pradesh and Nepal. We all know that Diwali is a 5-day-long festival full of sweets and heavy eating. This fasting due to Chhath Puja will help us in detoxification of our body from these 5 days of unhealthy eating. This fasting especially helps us in preparing our body to the extreme cold of North India. Apart from this, have you noticed most of the fasting traditions in our country occurs during the time when there is a seasonal transition? For instance, let's take a look at the Navratri fasting. This also happens on the onset of either summer season or the winter season. And so is the Chhath Puja's fasting. It is again because our ancestors knew that the changing season would adversely affect our health, and this fasting detoxes and helps us cleanse our body. Now, once again, let's look at the scientific reasons of how fasting helps our body. Fasting helps us as it promotes blood sugar control by reducing insulin resistance. It also promotes better sleep by fighting inflammation. Fasting also enhances the heart health by improving blood pressure and cholesterol level. It also helps in boosting the brain functionality and prevents neurodegenerative disorders. It also helps in weight loss by limiting calorie intake and boosting metabolism. Once again, fasting helps us to increase growth hormone secretion, which is vital for the growth, metabolism, weight loss, and muscle strength. It also could help in delaying aging and extend longevity. See how simple it was. Just by keeping a fast of 1 or 2 days within a period of a quarter of months, our body would thank us, and our ancestors again knew what's best for us. So, we should remember that these traditions are not just mere rituals, but they have a real scientific purpose. Now, since we have talked about the Chhath Puja and the scientific reasons why we celebrate it, now let's take a quick look at the two legends associated with this beautiful festival of Chhath. The first story is linked to Ramayana. It is believed that Lord Ram is behind the origin of Chhath Puja. On returning to Ayodhya after 14 years, Lord Ram and Mata Sita observed a fast in honor of the sun god, and it ended at the break of the dawn of the next day. The ritual subsequently evolved into Chhath Puja that we see today. The other legend associated to this festival is linked to Mahabharata. It is believed that Danvi Karan religiously observed his prayers while standing in water and distributed prasad among the needy. It is also believed that Draupadi and Pandavas performed the puja similar to that of the Chhath Puja that we are performing now to win their kingdom back. Perhaps this is why the age-old ritual and Chhath Puja are inseparable. Whatever the reason may be, we know that these rituals are for us and it is for the betterment of us. Once again, I am repeating myself, but then also I would like to re-emphasize on the fact that even though these rituals are old, but here in this video, we just prove why they are important and still stand strong and prove to be scientifically right. Just imagine our ancestors thousands of years ago coming up with these rituals that they know will benefit us just by their ancient knowledge and without having the scientific advancement that we have currently. Apart from Chhath Puja, there are various other festivals that we celebrate throughout our country, but they also have various rituals that still stands the test of time. For instance, let's take the example of Diwali. Have you ever thought about the reason why we celebrate Diwali? And what is the scientific reason for celebrating it? What's the importance of lighting the diya? What's the importance of Rangoli? Want to know that? Then watch this video and understand the scientific reason for celebrating Diwali.